I better find the article, because I can't remember what I wrote. So I googled Frank Lampard twat, and nothing came out. And then I googled my own name with twat, and so much stuff came out.
That's dangerous.
They're really dangerous. And then I started googling my name with any other term of abuse, and I had really one of the worst evenings of my life. Yeah. If you're an aristocrat, you're eccentric, aren't you? But
if you're poor, you're just mad and you're a loony. I know, that is
asylum,
basically. Though he did end his days in a debtor's prison, he lost all his money. He once set fire to his nightshirt to cure his hiccups.
Probably, that would probably work, but it's not actually a shock, is it?
No, it's not.
If you can get someone else to do it at some moment that you're not expecting it, then that's a shock. Although then you could end up in a sort of Clouseau-Cato scenario where it's impossible to explain to someone that it's no longer necessary for them to find a moment to set fire to your pyjamas.
You wake up in the Burns unit and go, oh, God. Oh. That way? It's so folded, it just does it by
and push them
itself.
together.
Oh, my God.
That's it? Jeremy, you've done it.
But this man is the greatest genius who ever lived.
I know, it's fantastic.
Who is he?
He's called Murat. He's a...
Once I used to have an Alsatian, and she came to wake me up one morning, which was unusual. Normally she'd wait for me to wake up. She came and she put her head under the duvet and pulled it off me like that. And I said, what are you doing? And she went to the bedroom door and looked at me. And then I got up and went, and she went to the kitchen door, still looking at me, and led me to a water bowl, which is by the back door, and she's looking at it and looking at me. And I looked at it, and there was a frog in it. That's so sweet. And it must have come in the back door like the night before, and then just found itself in the kitchen. And then it got in the water bowl and sat there all night with its eyes. This huge dog's head. And he said, I'm going to go and get Alan. This is
different from the old ones used to be hard and plastic. That's squidgy.
You're touching
It's really
that.
quite unpleasant.
Was he young?
Oh dear. Oh, that is horrible, isn't it? No! Even if that isn't a dog turd, that's a horrible thing.
If you swallow that...
If I swallow it, it's going to come out the other end. What is it then?
Then it will be
fake or not?
a real false turd.
Actually, Alan, I'm just getting a message. There's been a bit of a mix-up, apparently.
This is a real one.
The penultimate person is this person. They're at the front, and here comes the noise.
I don't know who the wow monster is. I think that might have been Desiree.
OK, you've guessed Desiree for a second time.
Do you know, I was once lucky enough to meet Julie Andrews. It's the only time in my entire life I've been completely speechless.
Because she wouldn't shut up.
She just kept asking me what my favourite things were. It's very annoying.
Do you like them tied up with string? I bet you do, girl. I bet you do. What's the deal? What's the female deal? Come on, leave me alone. I'll get the puppets out. Do you want to see the goat herd? It wasn't me singing. I'm Maria. I'll be back with you. I'm Maria. Shut up, Julie. God. That was going, hello! 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 I'm the way now! Hey! This is all I can do!
He's very chirpy. They have no dorsal fin, and amazing.
I haven't got a dorsal fin! I don't feel the cold. I don't feel it.
They don't because of their blubber.
It's all the blubber.
And they have midriff blubber, which they can control.
Human love handles, baby.
They control their love handles with special muscles, so that's how they move around, and that's how they, you know.
That's how I roll.
That's how they roll. Exactly right.
It's called Nymphster cranari, and it disguises itself as an army ant's bottom. So that looks like it's just an ant, but the bit that is a protrusion, as if the ant has got terrible hemorrhoids, is actually a beetle. And what it does is it bites onto the ant and then it rides around, disguised as an army ant's bottom.
What a life.
Feels like you.
What a life, I know.
Do you think the ant knows what's happening, why it's got an extra bum? Or do you think the ant is like, oh my God, the piles are back?
Yeah.
Well, it'll keep going like that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What the hell is that?
I'm sure there's something.
Suddenly you're the Kim Kardashian.
Oh, no. You never see me. Every now and then it goes doo-doo-doo. I can hear something. But then the ant will shit in its face. Oh, you ruined it! You were behind me! You shitty beetle!
All the other ants are going, you haven't put on any weight, you look fine. Really? Are you sure? You look fine.
And then the five-head caterpillar goes, have you seen him? He's hanging on to his arse.
Well, you can't possibly be living down there.
Would you be surprised to know that the paper aeroplane that goes the furthest looks like this?
Stop.
Yeah, that's a bracelet.
I know, it seems hardly credible.
You just scrunch it up and chuck it.
Unfortunately, not very good at throwing it. I've practiced a bit. But the world record is 200 yards.
No way.
I'm not kidding you.
Straight down.
It's supposed to give it a twist, and that's what I'm not good at. I've never thrown in American football. That's what you've got to do, is you do it in the style of an American football.
Whoa!
There you go. Not bad. Pretty good, isn't it? It was invented by a man called Mark Forty, whose father worked for NASA.
Oh, what a cheat.
It's a short plastic cylinder, slightly weighted on the leading edge, and that's as simple as that. So you use sticky back plastic, which some purists would say doesn't make it a proper aeroplane, because it has to be slightly heavy at the front. You would not imagine that was so aerodynamic a shape as a dart, which just to our eyes looks right, doesn't it?
Is that the future of passenger
Darts. The future of
aeroplane?
darts.
I thought you said ducks. They're going to evolve into kind of cylindrical little beaks at the top.
Yeah, birds everywhere watching this programme. What have we been doing? All this. You should have done that.
It was,
just jumped. What are you doing? I went to a zoo once in India, and they had two white tigers. A very spectacular sight. And they had a moat around them, and then a fence. And we thought, well, thank goodness there's a moat.
Yeah.
They're savage. And then they both got in and swam across the moat. Right up to the fence.
What?
Everyone
Why?
absolutely shut them.
We don't think of cats as being swimmers, but all domestic cats can swim.
Yeah.
They just mostly can't be bothered.
Well, they don't like it.
No, they don't like it.
My cats hated it in the bath.
Why'd you put them in the bath?
Well, they fell in.
You're like one of those animal behaviourists, isn't it?
No, I didn't drop them in. I used to lie in the bath for hours. And it was against the wall, so the side of the bath on my right was very, very slim ledge. Really for a seabird or something, but I didn't know. One of the cats could go along that ledge and do a little paw work, and the other cat just couldn't do that. But one day decided he was going to give it a go. And I was saying to him, "Don't, you can't do that. Just get back round there." And he said, "I'm doing it. I'm going to do it." And he went like that, and then he just fell straight in. And to get out, he clawed up my legs and then past the wall. So then there was just blood and fur in the bath. And I got out to see if he was all right, and all of his fur had gone down, and he's just a tiny skeleton with wet fur on and massive eyes. I put him in a towel and put him on top of a radiator.
So we have some props where you can make some noises.
Oh, hello.
Let's have a look. So let's start with Nish and Alan. That's very irritating, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, stop it.
Yep. Oh.